are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the floor, feel the winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. Hit the floor, feel the power. In this moment, it's our hour. Rise above, break the chain. You a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. In this moment, own your name. You are a winner in this game. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Stand tall, in the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. In the mirror, what do you see? Out in the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win.
Good morning, good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon to everyone out there. Welcome back to BCM Sports Live, brought to you by BlueClouds Media. Yes, the guys are back again. We are back. Stephen G is here with me, with myself, Maze Zion. We're here, some latest news going on here. Some news going on. Some huge news shaking up the football world right now as it is. Mykhailo Mudryk, yes, Chelsea, Maradona, Chelsea World Pele right now. He's now in big trouble. Yeah, aka Mykhailo Mudryk has been officially charged by the FA for anti-doping violation. Bad, very, very bad news. But then he'll be facing potential 4-year ban. This is a game changer, not just for Mykhailo Mudryk alone, but then for Chelsea Football Club as a whole, and also for the entire Premier League landscape. We'll also be looking at the few things also regarding the Premier League fixture 2025-2026 fixture and date. We'll be also looking at some derbies also. And also looking at this the new fixture, which of these two teams benefits right from it, or who I'm gonna say benefit, which of these teams have difficult fixture throughout. And we're gonna look at the first 10 games, who is likely to make it up there in the top 4 and stay there for a long time, and how many points can Chelsea make within the first maybe 10 games, and can that help Chelsea boost their chances of winning the 2025-2026 Premier League season. So stick with us, not going anywhere. Nick Zion is here, Stephen G is here. We got everything covered for you on the show. Most importantly, as we always say, your comment, your participating is very, very important for us over here, and your time spending with us here, very valuable to us on this platform. So keep it going. Do not go anywhere. Nick Zion and Stevie G will take you through the next few hours of live streaming. Stick with us. We'll be right back. Hello, man. Stephen G, welcome back to the show again. As usual, we're doing it. You doing all right, Stephen?
Yeah, doing all right. Yeah, hopefully we can have a good stream unlike yesterday. I believe it's our normal plan to aim for about an hour on the early stream, right?
Yeah.
And get it done, get a break in before the late stream. But yeah, let's hope that we have no issues. So far, so good. So I think we're going to be absolutely fine. And yeah, let's get into it, looking at these fixtures. Do you want to start with that, or do you want to start with Mudryk?
Let's start. Mudryk shouldn't take us that long, probably like 15 minutes. We should be able to talk about Mudryk, and then the rest we'll focus on the Premier, or even less than 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. We can concentrate on Mykhailo Mudryk. Then the rest of the minutes will all be on the Premier League fixture.
I mean, it might not even take 10 minutes, to be fair.
Yeah, it might not, because it's all done, and there's not much we can say about it.
Mm-hmm. We've sort of said our piece on it. It's just, yeah,
exactly. So, viewers, listeners, wherever you're joining us from, my name is Nick Zion with my co-pilot Stephen G. Right here with us here. The flight has already taken on. We are in the new plane. Yeah. Flight 123 for Airborne. We are in right now. It has taken off. We're gonna go through all the topics of the day. Like I said, we'll be going through the top 6 for the Premier League teams. We'll go through all the fixtures and see who has a difficult fixture and what's the chances of Chelsea winning this trophy if it becomes possible that they can, with the likes of Delap in there up front, Jackson, the Cole Palmers, Estavio Williams will joining Chelsea after the Club World Cup competition come to an end. And that's the man over the freshman is right there on the screen. Pick up to man Stephen G. All right, people. Show your love. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share it also on your own platform. This is the first stream of the day. Hopefully, if there is a lot to talk about regarding some more transfer news, we'll bring it up. But I know there's some news that I don't like repeating same news or regurgitating same news all the time. I want to give some gap between and make sure I bring you credible news that you want to hear. But yeah, there's some news out there. But we want to look at the fixtures, and also talk about Mudryk. But let's start with Stevie G. Let's start with Mudryk. Let's start with Mudryk. Let's go. Premier League has made this announcement that it's a big blow for Chelsea. It hits Chelsea's pocket, and who did not do his homework well, Stevie? Who in this news that came up? Who did not do his homework well? Is it Mudryk? Is it the Ukrainian team? Is it Shakhtar Donetsk? Or is it Chelsea?
No, it's got nothing to do with Shakhtar. If anything, it have to do with the national team. If anything,
why does it have to be?
I'm not ridding Mudryk of blame. I'm just saying, as a footballer, the stuff you can and can't take. Yeah.
Yeah.
But as I said at the time, and I'm gonna repeat now, the thing that was found in his system wasn't that he got tested 1 or 2 months before, and it wasn't in his system then. Yeah. Right. He then goes away for international duty, where this thing is common in their medicine. If I remember correctly, it's a common thing found in their medicine. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he suddenly tests positive. For some reason, he was tested twice in a short space of time. And it wasn't there the first time, just 1 or 2 months prior. But it was there the second time round. So it was just after international break. So it seems like it must have come from the internationals, right? It must have come from the Ukrainian camp.
I mean, Steve, I remember we did talk about Modi the first time the news broke out. We did talk about it. I was like, who is responsible for what they eat? Is it Mudryk own personal people that cooked for him, or is it coming from the camp? And if it's so, almost every Ukrainian player that was around the camp at that time should be also be tested positive.
Not food. It's common in their medicine, if I remember rightly. The medicine. Okay. So if he was ill or had an issue and they gave him something, it could have been in whatever they gave him.
Okay. That just so has nothing to do with
when
food.
You're at camp, yes, you're correct when it comes to the food. That's why I'm ruling out it coming from the food, right?
Okay.
Because everyone at the camp eats the same food, or not necessarily everyone, but you'll have like options, and then other people would have eaten that and they haven't tested positive. So that's why I'm saying it must have come from the medicine, surely. For it to not have been in his system about 2 months before when he got tested, to then go on international duty 2 months later, be tested, and then suddenly test positive, it must have been something there, right?
Right.
That's why I'm ruling out the food. Food makes no sense.
It doesn't. It doesn't. I mean, reporters saying that he's going to be banned for 4 years. As he's been banned for 4.
He'll have like hearing, he can appeal and all that stuff as well. So
which can bring it down to like 2 years.
Yeah, but also, if I remember correctly, the way it works is he's already served, give or take, 7 months, something like
that. About 7 months. Yeah.
So you take the 7 months off of it as well.
And also, when Paul Pogba also got tested for similar issue, I know he's got to do with food, but I was told that
it got reduced, didn't it?
Yeah, it got reduced. Yeah, and it got reduced. From what I know is when you get fined, if you don't accept it, if you accept it, the years put on you becomes a little bit smaller. But if you don't accept it and then you're trying to appeal it and it goes further and further, it's like they end up stretching number of years for you. You get what I'm saying? It's just like
I mean, you say that, but at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Appeals and stuff take time, and then what typically happens is they take off the time that you've already done. Same way as it happens when people are waiting trial in a court of law, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're waiting, and then they'll take off like time already served, right? So he's already served 7 months of his ban, right?
Right.
But I don't think a hearing's taken place yet. I'm not sure, but I imagine he's gonna appeal it regardless. So we'll see what happens there. Oh, there's still more to come on this.
My bad. Sorry.
Yeah, there's still more to come on this. Like, there'll be appeals and stuff on it as well. So there's still more to come on this. This isn't the end of this.
Right. Well, very, very interesting, but very, very sad news for all Chelsea fans. And I know Mykhailo Mudryk, a lot of people really follow him and they like the player. I like him myself. Very, very entertaining player with pace and power, but sometimes lack football and football sense a little bit. It reminds me of two Walcott of Arsenal. But then over time, he applied that football brain to it. He was the one that people say he doesn't have the football brain. But yeah, Mudryk, very young, and with time, he would develop and get better. But that 4 years would take a chunk of his time away because we are expecting him to get developed, to understand the English game, to get better, and be able to know what to do once he arrives in the 18. And this huge ban has been slammed on his head, and that will make things a little bit more difficult. But we know he has that energy, and he's still training. Although he doesn't train with the football club, he still trains on his own, and teams will become more better for him. All will come with time. Nizam, Stephen here. Stephen G is right here going through the report that broke yesterday. Finally, we know it was coming. We know it was coming, but we were like, when will this happen? But finally, it's here.
Well, at one point, we told February, March, and we're now in June, and it's finally come out. So
exactly. But we want to hear from you guys. If you're watching us on X or YouTube, we want to hear from you. Let us know your take on or your opinion on these specific ruling. On whether it affects who benefits more or who does it go against more. So at this moment, does it go more against the player or the football club, Steven?
Well, Chelsea have got no part to blame in this.
No, I mean, who does it go against more? Like, negatively, who does it affect? The player or the football club? I'll allude more to the player.
Both parties equally.
But the player, it go against more to the player because that's his career. Chelsea's just an organization, an institution. Everybody goes through it. Chelsea can replace him anytime, but him as a player who's not playing.
Because yes, it's his career, but at the same time, he's an asset. He's an investment of the football club, and the football club are paying wages and stuff still. So it impacts them as well because if he's not performing, then they're still having to pay the wages.
No, how do you? No. I think that Chelsea can come. I mean, there's a way that Chelsea can get out of this. No, I'm not saying get rid of the player.
It seems like you Chelsea is supporting him anyway. Like Chelsea's line's always been they'll support the player. So I don't think they're suddenly going to go, mate, you've got to find a normal everyday job. See you later.
I'm not saying that, but to me, there's a way that Chelsea can come in onto the table and say, look, I'm not paying for your wages anymore because you brought this to yourself. You and your national team brought this into yourself, and you should know what you're taking.
This is my point. This is the issue, right? Yeah. Chelsea have been supporting him the whole time. They're not suddenly going to go, you're on your own.
No, and I understand what you're saying. I know the football club is there to support these players, but I'm saying that if things come to thick and it's getting difficult, and Chelsea can come in and say, hey, this is what we want to do. This is what you've brought to yourself. We want to be with you. Continue your suspension. We don't want to pay wages because to be honest with me, if it's me, I'm not gonna pay your wages if you're not working for me. You get what I'm saying? But I understand in the footballing aspect, it's a bit different from ordinary.
But there's
company.
Also the other issue of how does that work with book value and stuff like that? Because obviously he's still got value remaining on the books. So I don't know how that will work with him being banned and stuff. I don't know how that works. I know a lot about how that stuff works, but this one, even I don't know.
Okay, I hear that. I hear that, Steven. All right, guys, very, very interesting. Mykhailo Mudryk is a player. We are the guy on the topic right now. The topic is all about Mykhailo Mudryk, and we got just about 2 more minutes to move on from Mykhailo Mudryk, and then we'll be looking at the Premier League fixture as we have on our screen. The Premier League fixtures is out, and we have that one on our screen right now. We'll be talking about that, but I have to display that on the screen for now. But yeah, we just have 2 more minutes on Mudryk. Steve, any more? You want to inject to it with the Mudryk situation?
I've got nothing else to say on it.
All right, so then we're gonna move on from there. But we'll start with Chelsea's fixture. That's what we'll be looking at this moment. We look at the fixture, and yeah, it's looking very, very interesting. I guess fixture September, October, November, December. I'm sure Stephen have put some numbers together on accumulating points that Chelsea can make within
only the first couple of months.
So yeah, we don't need a whole month. I mean, that's a lot of work to do. Look at a few months on the point tally.
It's too early to judge like the whole season, but
yeah,
the first 2 months you can look at and go somewhere between 15 to 18 points out of 18.
Okay.
But yeah, just running through it. We'll just run through game by game, not necessarily saying what we expect in terms of result because it's still way too early for the majority of them. But just listing out the order of the fixtures and stuff like that. It starts at home with Crystal Palace, and that's followed with an away trip to West Ham United, short trip there, home to Fulham, away to Brentford. So the first 4 games of the season are all in London. That Brentford game is followed by another away game, so back-to-back away games of Brentford and Man United. The United game's followed by a home fixture against Brighton.
Okay.
We then open the month of October with a home fixture against Liverpool, the reigning defending champions, of course. We're then away to Nottingham Forest and then home to Sunderland. Only 3 games in each of the first 3 months. Then you get into November, obviously starting with Tottenham away, 3 Point Lane. Let's have that once more, please. Let's not mess that record up.
Keep getting all the 3 points.
Yep.
From Tottenham.
3 Point Lane, no matter what. That's followed up with Wolves at home, Burnley away, and Arsenal at home. You then go into December, obviously getting into the busy festive period at this point. Leeds United away, Bournemouth away, Everton at home, Newcastle away on the 20th of December. No Boxing Day game this year. We're playing the day after, which is kind of unfortunate. I love Boxing Day games. 27th of December, Aston Villa at home. That's followed up with Bournemouth at home. So we play Bournemouth twice in 24 days there. The 6th of December and the 30th of December. That's
so
followed up with
you're gonna end at October, right? October fixture.
That's what you're looking at. I'm already at December, bro. I was about going to January.
Oh no, let's stop there. We didn't have to go through the whole list. Mm-hmm. Let's stop.
I
wanted
to point something out anyway, because in December we play Bournemouth twice.
Yeah, you remember I said something else like,
at that point we have not played Man City. Man City is the first game of January. That's the first time we play Man City.
Yeah, I remember I sent a message there. I was like, do you guys realize that we end up playing Bournemouth home and away and not even play Man City? But how did that happen? How did that really happen?
You never, if I remember right, you never actually end up playing all 19 games, like all the 19 teams in your first 19 games. There's always like 1 or 2 that you don't play in your first 19, but they'll be very shortly after that. So looking at this, you've got, hang on, oh, I've just clicked on the wrong thing. So obviously 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So Bournemouth, the second time, is literally our 19th game. Man City away is our 20th game.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, just looking at it currently based on today, we know that the Premier League debut for Liam Delap, and it's going to be a full debut, meaning he's starting, is going to be Crystal Palace. We know that. That's a fact. That's an absolute fact because Jackson's suspended for the Palace game. It's the final game of his suspension. So Delap's definitely starting versus Palace at home opening day of the season.
All right, Stephen, what I want us to look at right now is let's look at the first 3 months of the fixture. The fixture list. We're going to start with who we play first, all the games that we're going to play. And let's make an assumption. Let's be honest with ourselves. I know we don't know the full squad yet. We haven't seen the whole squad. What Enzo Maresca is going to stick with, if he's going to stick with his starting 11 from last season for the upcoming season, if he's going to keep that. But I'm sure there will be some few changes in that squad. And if that happens, playing against these teams, how many points can we or can Chelsea accumulate in the first 3 months? And where do our chances stand if you're able to grab more points from it? So let's go through it. Let's be realistic to ourselves and get some figures out.
So first 3 games, the month of August.
Yeah.
I think that's 3 out of 3. I think that's 9 points from 9. Because that's Palace at home, West Ham away, Fulham at home. I think that's realistic.
And that would be Chelsea. Chelsea versus who? The first game.
I've got Chelsea winning the first three.
Who's the first one we're playing?
Palace, then West Ham, then Fulham.
All right, Palace 3 point. You're going for 3 point.
Do you know, just to make this even easier.
At home?
What? Palace,
you can zoom it in. Yeah, you can zoom it in and
Yeah.
just bring that one down. Yeah, but much more better. Go to the left to right. Yeah, on the left a little bit. Okay, so yeah, Chelsea playing Crystal Palace at Stamford Bridge. That should be a 3 point for Chelsea. That should be so. Yeah, 3 point. I agree with you on that one. Second one will be West Ham away. West Ham away. Yeah, David Moyes. I mean, not David Moyes. Graham Potter still struggling with his team, but he's got some players coming in. Again. Yeah, which is 3 point. I do agree with West Ham. Away, West Ham. Okay, 3 point. The third one will be
Fulham at home.
Fulham at home. That's 3 point. That's 3 point. To be honest with you, it should be 3 points. So I do agree with you. All 3 points. 9 points picking up for all these three. Those three teams. It should be possible. Realistically, it should be possible. But big up to you, my good friend over here, joining us here. I'm sure.
I know what he's referring
to.
Sion.
Yeah. He says, Steven, did you see what I said on Discord about UCL games? Big up to you, my friend, and good afternoon.
I know what he's referring
to.
He's on about the Premier League games that come off the Champions League midweek games.
Okay.
So I'll just
about?
quickly to run through it. So if we look at just the league phase for now, yeah?
Yeah.
So the Chelsea games that come after the league phase, yeah? If I switch over to here,
yeah,
are Man United away, Liverpool at home, Sunderland at home, Wolves at home, Arsenal at home, Everton at home, then Palace away, and West Ham at home. So actually, that's not too bad. A lot of our games post Champions League are at home in the league phase. Very happy with that. I hadn't even looked into that part yet, but you look at it, there's only 2 away games out of 8 rather. So that's worked out very well for Chelsea.
See, this you remember yesterday? Yesterday I did say that I don't know what. I'm not so sure what exactly it's. Is it Martin Keon? Was it Keon or somebody else on TalkSport who ruled Chelsea out of competing for top 4?
Yeah, I sent it. I forgot who it was though. Oh man.
I know. I forgot his name. I forgot his name.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find it now.
But the main point I'm trying to make here is if you look at even what you just said, Champions League games, although we got Champions League games and we still got Premier League games, it goes in our favor. At home, those are all home games.
Except from 2, which is Man United and Palace, I think it was.
Right. So I don't know what he was really looking at. Or maybe he was thinking, okay, Chelsea have a new squad.
Oh, it was Danny Murphy. That's who it was.
Danny Murphy, yeah. Danny Murphy, said Chelsea have a new squad.
He ruled out Chelsea and Newcastle, saying that both have got long seasons ahead with Champions League games. Chelsea have got a bigger squad, so you could argue they're a bit more prepared in terms of strength and depth. But if Newcastle have a good spend, they'll be competitive. I don't think either a challenge for the title. Who's got to tell him that we literally have the same size squad as everybody else? Premier League rules state you have to have a 25-player squad, and then you can use as many players under 21 as you wish. Well, you don't have to have 25. You can have less than 25.
I think he's talking about quality in terms of your starting 11 as equal to
he said
your
Chelsea
bench.
Got a bigger squad. He factually said Chelsea have a bigger squad.
Yeah, a lot of people make those mistakes, and I don't know why they keep saying that.
The maximum you're allowed is 25 players maximum allowed, and then you can have as many players under 21 as you want.
Okay.
But yeah, let's just tell lies about Chelsea because that's what the media do. Well done, lads. You've done it again. We're not stupid. We know what you're doing.
Exactly. Yeah, twisting things again, but who even told them that Manchester City are going to have it that easy? City are not going to have it easy. I saw City played. It's the same way City play when they come to the Premier League. It's a different ball game. They'll be playing the lights of the relegation teams. They'll be playing lights of Crystal Palace, and they're gonna struggle. We all know this. City team is not done yet. It's not a City team. They right now. The only difference is City. Pep Guardiola himself is picking up his captain, because last time they pick up a captain, it was the whole team that came together to elect a captain. But now Pep Guardiola is selecting his own captain. But I saw them play. Nothing has changed. So I don't know what they're talking about. But anyway, the first three games, as we said, Fulham, Fulham, West Ham United, and
No,
Crystal Palace.
Palace, West Ham, Fulham.
No, I just mentioned the team's name, not accordingly. Yeah, all those three games is I mean, definitely a done deal. 9 points for Chelsea in all three games. Chelsea can do it. Chelsea can do it with a good striker up front, some few players in addition, acquisition, or a winger, left wing, and maybe a help for Cucurella would be very, very good. They should be working on that, because I'm just a bit worried all the time when Cucurella is playing, because there's no any typical backup for Cucurella unless we put Gusto there like we've done the whole season last season.
Or James again.
Or James again. But let's see. Let's look at the other one on September also.
Yeah.
If it's possible for all 3 points.
Brentford away, I have as a win.
Brentford away, there's no more Thomas Frank.
It looks like, well, Thomas Frank's gone. It looks like Mbeumo could leave, and they've just lost their goalkeeper and replaced him with Kelleher from Liverpool.
And it looks like this guy can also leave. What's his name again? Nusa. Is it Nusa they call him?
Nusa?
Not Nusa. No, I'm trying to get his name.
You're thinking
Wissa.
I've not seen anything on Johan Wissa. I've seen Mbeumo, obviously, like everyone else, but I've not seen anything on Wissa.
I've been hearing that United are in for him, and Tottenham also want that player.
No, that's Mbeumo. That's Mbeumo.
Two of them. It looks like Thomas Frank is trying to bring those two players that he's worked with, that he knows them, and bring them from Brentford to come and help him at Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah, I think he did talk about the character and how good
Daniel Levy's got to spend. Thomas Frank, I've got something to say on that. You're in for a harsh reality check, because this guy spends every 2-3 years to get fans off his back, then he don't back you for 2-3 years. So just be prepared. But yeah, so the next one after that, what you got for that anyway? The Brentford one.
Yeah, I think it would be. I would have said it would be difficult for Chelsea if Thomas Frank was still there, but without Thomas Frank, it would be a different manager with different mentality, different mindset, who try to play attacking football, which will backfire against that manager potentially. A new manager coming in, so I see a 3 point pickup for Chelsea at Brentford.
Man United away, I'm going draw just because our history there. I don't trust our history there at all. I'm last season when we were firing and they were shocking, we couldn't get the result there. So
I'm going a different way this time. I usually I would have said a draw, since United Liverpool, these fixtures have always been a draw and draw and draw. I see things changing. United playing different way, where Chelsea also trying to rewrite history, or trying to change that narrative of going to Old Trafford, always picking up a draw or maybe losing the game. I see Chelsea getting better, trying to get that dominance over Manchester United. So I see another 3 point there for me.
Fair enough. So far you're 15 points from 15, and I am 13 points from 15.
You went for draw with United.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've got us beating Brighton in the final game of September, though.
So the last one will be Brighton, yeah?
Last one for September is Brighton at home, yeah.
At home. That should be.
Yeah.
I haven't seen much of Brighton this, but hypothetically, we're giving our results without seeing what the strength of the other clubs are, because we haven't seen much of them. So yeah, I do agree with you. I also go for a win.
So as of September, 6 games in, you're going 18 points from
18,
18, and I'm going 16
18,
points from 18.
and you're going 16. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got
October, we start with
October.
Liverpool at home.
Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool. All right. So Liverpool at home, I'm going for a draw. Liverpool at home, I'm going for a draw.
Yeah, I'm
With
going
Liverpool at
draw
home.
again.
Yeah. I'm going for a draw for Liverpool. Let's do this, and then I'll look at the comments here coming in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can go through it if you want to.
Go to it in a sec. So the second game of October is Forest away.
Forest. Same manager. It'll be difficult. I'm going for a win. I'm going for a win again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going for a win.
Sorry, I'm just trying to quickly do something.
Okay.
9, 18. I'm going for win away to Forest as well, by the way.
So, I got one more to finish it. What's the last one?
Sunderland at home. Well, that's a win.
Oh, 3. That's a win. So 25 points. I'm accumulating 25 points. And where are you, Steven?
23.
23. So that's a big call from me. The United game is.
You've got us dropping points to just Liverpool.
Yeah, just Liverpool. Yeah, I'm seeing Chelsea winning the game because there's nothing gonna change from Amorim. Amorim. There's nothing different. He's not gonna do anything different there because the amount of players that are coming in still going to play the same kind of football. Is it 5 in the back? 3 at the back? You can say 5. 3 at the back, the same style, the same goalkeeper. They haven't got a new goalkeeper yet. The problem still persists.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an episode of what we've seen last season. We're gonna see the same thing again.
Yeah, I just don't trust us at Old Trafford, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It gets a bit worried because United, although they don't play well, they got some numbers over the big clubs. But I think I'm having the feeling that Chelsea are trying to change that narrative where we go there, it's always going against us, or maybe we're picking up a draw against Liverpool to the same thing. Yeah, last season we were able to pick up that 3-point at Stamford Bridge, which I was like, damn, that's about time.
Liverpool.
Yeah, against Liverpool.
Yeah, but I told you that happened. Liverpool were on their holidays; they had nothing to play for. I predicted that. That was obvious.
Yeah. But
quickly, in reference to what Sioan's on about here. So what he'd done was put post UCL fixtures, and he done league phase, then done knockout playoffs, then done round 16, quarterfinal, semi-final, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that Chelsea are gonna get into probably the top 8. Depends on our fixtures, but I'd say we're probably gonna get top 8, right? So for the sake of the exercise, if we ignore that part, and go to the round of 16, it would be Newcastle home and Everton away. So if I scroll down here for a second. Yeah, so round of 16 would be, where are we now? Newcastle home and then Everton away would be the games after. So it'd be between Villa and Newcastle and Everton.
Yeah.
If we got to the quarterfinals, it'd be it'd be before Man City and before Man United. then if we manage to somehow make the semi-finals, it'll be before Forest and before Liverpool. It's actually not bad. Like, if we do then, for the sake of it, include the knockout playoff phase, yeah, that would be Burnley at home and Arsenal away, which is here, yeah. So again, if you look at including the knockout playoff phase, yeah,
Yeah.
say Chelsea got all the way to the final, yeah, there's only 2 away games after league phase Champions League games, one after knockout playoff round, like one of the legs there, the second leg. After the second leg of the round of 16, so you're up to 4. Both of the ones for quarterfinals would be home games, yeah? And then second leg of the semi-final is before Liverpool away. So 5 games out of a possible, 10, 12, 14, out of a possible 16, 5 of them are away and the rest of them all at home after Champions League games.
That's the name right. I hope I got it right. Sion, right? Sion. He said another interesting stat is for all 4 knockout round ties, the fixture between them is at home on all 4 occasions. So that is what he's saying. Guys, I gotta put a link in there if you're free. You want to join us to discuss these fixture.
We've got about 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, we only got 20 minutes to get that done. So I'll send a link. I'll put a link in the chat. I don't think we have, it's usually early in the morning. I'm not our usual time, but because of the competitions going on, transfers, and then we got the club World Cup also going on, we try to put content in early in the morning, and then our usual time, which is 5 p.m. UK time or 6 p.m. UK time, we have the other content also put together. So that could affect some of the numbers this morning, but all good for us. We are still here putting in the work also. So if you're there, you have a little bit of time, you want to join us here, discuss the fixtures, let us know. I like what my brother here is saying, Sion over here, regarding the some interesting point he's raising here.
Yeah,
he says, so you forgot the second part of the previous.
I was just going to say, because I was going through the fixtures, we did miss that bit. So he says that 3 of those 8 games following a league phase game are against teams playing in Europe, 2 in the Champions League and 1 in the Europa League. So those teams being, when I load it up again, because my phone's randomly decided to open up Twitter, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Palace. So Liverpool home, Arsenal home, Palace away. That's what he's referring to when he says that after the league phase games, there's games against teams in Europe.
After the league phase games against teams in Europe, playing in Europe, 2 Champions League games and 1 2 games.
2 Champions League and 1 Europa League.
Yeah, 1 Europa League.
So it's Liverpool in October. It's where's Palace one? Is the Palace one before Arsenal or after? Then it's Arsenal. So Liverpool October, Arsenal November, and then in January Palace away.
Palace playing Europa League. Is there a chance? Is there a chance for them trying to play in 2 competitions at the same time? They've never done it before. Is there a chance that Palace can do well in the Premier League? Huh?
Premier League, Europa League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup.
That would be way too much. That would be way too much for them. That would be too much. They don't have that. I know they're definitely going to have the same squad at Chelsea, Man City, and everyone. But we talk about squad depth, the quality of the players you have on your bench. Are they good enough to be able to play in those competitions like the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, from the preliminary stages of that group? Are they going to be good enough? It's a big question.
If I was to have a guess, I would say they'd focus more on the Europa League and the Premier League for the first half of the season.
Yeah.
Because Carabao Cup, look, if I'm in Europe and I'm a team like Palace, I don't really care for the Carabao Cup. Like, respectfully, yeah?
Okay.
I care more for the FA Cup at that point. Like, can I go back to back in FA Cup, get back into Europa League, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, the fact that the amount of money you get from the Europa League from wins and getting certain places into certain rounds, that could be massive for them. So surely they're going to focus more on the Europa League and the Premier League for the first half of the season, surely. That's what you'd think. You'd like to think.
Yeah. I was thinking the same way, because the first time in Europe, I know it's very, I mean, Palace fans are very happy. And I'm also very happy for Palace fans. Why? Because they have never experienced European traveling. And a lot of the fans want to travel. They want to go to, would I say Budapest? They want to go to France. They want to go here and just travel and go watch the team play in the European competition. So it's a new experience for them. And I'm very, very happy. And also yesterday last season we saw a new chain of seeing new football clubs winning trophies for the very, very first time, which we saw for Tottenham was also winning it for 17 years. Arsenal haven't still won it. They haven't won anything for over 20 years. Over 20 years since was it?
I think it was Spurs' first European trophy in about 40 years.
40 years. But
so
17 since they won the trophy.
17 since they last won the trophy, but 40 in Europe, I think.
That's a lot. 40. How long is it Arsenal right now?
Since they won the trophy, or since they won anything in Europe?
European trophy. Since they said they won something, they said they won something in 96 or 93, something like that. I can't really remember the exact name of that trophy. But since they won it, and from that time to now, European trophy.
Arsenal won 1994 Cup Winners' Cup.
Yeah, 1994. So 1994 to now, it's over 30 years.
31 years.
31 years. Yeah, it's over 30 years. If I can, my math set me right. Over 30 years.
Mm-hmm. Hang on. 25 would take you to 2000.
Yeah, Syrian said 94 Cup winners.
Yeah.
Winners' Cup. So Chelsea won that
years.
cup twice.
Yeah, Chelsea won every European UEFA trophy twice, except from the Conference League, because we've only been in that once.
Yeah, do you know what? He knows his history. You know the history, yeah.
Talking of Europe, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you know this? Chelsea have only been knocked out of the Champions League group stage once. Did you know that?
Talking about European competition, Chelsea has been knocked out of the...
only been knocked out of the UEFA Champions League group stage one time.
Once.
That year was 2012-2013, so the season after we won the Champions League.
Yeah,
we dropped into the Europa League, and then we won the Europa League. Every time, I promise you can check this, yeah? Every time
we get dropped too early, we win it. I think that's twice.
Yeah, every time Chelsea are in the Europa League, so they've won it. We're 2 for 2 in the Europa League.
It's kind of like it's like a done deal for Chelsea when they drop out from the Champions League, which there's doubts that they can win it. Mm-hmm. If they drop out from the Champions League in any competition in Europe that they found themselves, they're going to end up winning it, because everyone keeps saying it's a must win. It's a must win. And Chelsea are the favorite. And I feel like when people start saying those things, it motivates the players. They use that as a guidelines, like we can't sleep off. We're not Spurs. We're not Spurs. We're not Tottenham Hotspur. We're not Arsenal. We can't and slip off. We got to go and clinch our trophy. We're not trophy dodgers. So whenever they move out, they don't get opportunity to get to the finals in the Champions League. It means that the Europa League or whatever competition is there, definitely they can grab it. They see themselves to be the favorite to win the competition, and it's like now or never. But yeah, it's a good statistics and good history. Back in that yeah, they've been knocked out twice. 2012 after winning the Champions League. They've not been able to make it out of the group stage twice. Is it? Chelsea.
No, we failed to get out the group stage once. The only time that happened was in 2012, 2013.
And what about the second time we won the Europa League?
No,
Did we not make it the Champions League?
We didn't qualify for the Champions League.
So we qualified for Europa League. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I can show you the thing. Share this tab quickly. Go to full screen. Is it showing up? Yeah.
Yeah, it's showing up.
This is from the UEFA website. Yeah. So 1999 to 2000 season got to the quarterfinals. Then 2003-04 semi-finals, 04-05 semi-finals, 05-06 round of 16, 06-07 semi-finals, 07-08 the final when John Terry slipped, 08-09 semi-final. There's a theme here. Look how common we're getting to semi-finals. Mad. 09-10 round of 16, 10-11 quarterfinals, 11-12 final and winners, 2012 group stage, 2013 semi-finals, 14-15 round of 16, 15-16 round of 16, 17-18 round of 16.
Yeah.
19-20 round of 16, 20-21 final and winners, 21-22 quarterfinals, and then 22-23 quarterfinals. Do you know what, yeah? There was this run, I think it was from 2013. I think it was 3 consecutive seasons. I think it was these ones, 13-14 to 15-16. We had PSG and I think it was PSG and Barcelona, every one of those years without fail.
Comment and subscribe.
Yeah. Steven, was make it snappy on this. Then we got it the next 8 minutes to go through the other the other league, other teams, and see what they have on their fixture list. So we see who have the difficult, fixture on their list. So when you're done with this, we'll go through it. Go for it.
Huh?
I mean, keep going. I'm saying keep going. Once you're done, we'll go through the fixture.
No, I'm done. I've just loaded up Premier League website, so we've got all the fixtures up.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
I had an image I was gonna use, but if you have that, that's fine.
Yeah, no, because of you wanted to do first couple weeks, so I can just scroll through. So
yeah, we're doing not a couple weeks
of the big teams you did.
Yeah, we've done Chelsea already. We've seen what Chelsea, and
said
they can even pick up on
other big clubs you wanted to do first couple weeks.
Yeah,
I can literally show you that.
The whole fixture list. The whole fixture list.
Yeah, and I can literally highlight them. Look, Man U, Arsenal.
Man U. So hold on. Who are we looking at right now? Which team are we looking at?
Let's go in order. So Liverpool, Bournemouth.
No, we're looking at individual, just the 6 teams. We pick up Arsenal. We go through the first month, second month. Yeah. That's what I was talking about. Because I have you have Liverpool there. Which one are you picking? Arsenal, Liverpool.
Let's just go Arsenal first. Look, easy. Bish, bash, bosh. Arsenal in trouble though. Their first 5 games.
Very, very difficult. They got
they've got Man U away, yeah. Leeds at home, Liverpool away, Forest at home, then City at home, then Newcastle away. It's not the start you want. It's definitely not the start you want.
Let me put this one here and see this guy's face and see what he's thinking.
Fraud Teta.
Yeah, what do you think he's thinking?
I am fucked. This is what I think he's thinking. I am fucked.
Arsenal, Arteta, Man United, Leeds United, Liverpool, Forest, Man City, and Newcastle United. That is going to be mad. First 6 games, isn't it? First 6
Yeah.
games.
First
Man
6
City.
Premier League games, yeah.
So do you think that he gets it easy after that? Because I feel like if you start very well, then you can juggle between what is coming for you. You get or what you got up front. Better
I
that
mean,
way, isn't it?
to an extent, yes, right? So if I quickly actually, yeah, I'll just do it on this one. So if we scroll down past the first 6, yeah. West Ham, Fulham, Palace, Burnley, Sunderland, Spurs, Chelsea. So it's not awful. You just don't want that to be your start to the season with those first 6 games that you just had up on the screen here. Yeah. Because all it takes, yeah, is a stumble in a couple of those games and instantly you're in trouble, right?
Try to see, okay, how do we go next in the next game? Okay, we can get a momentum and go to the next game, and it still didn't work out. You're playing another big team, difficult team who wants to stay in the Premier League. Then you drop points again.
Like if you look at the head-to-head at Old Trafford for Arsenal,
yeah,
they drew the last game there, which was this season. They won the game before. And then before that, they lost the previous 2. Their record's very up and down there. They've actually, in the Premier League, in the last, I think this is the last 15 games in the Premier League at Old Trafford, Arsenal have only won 2.
It's going to be difficult for them. So are we, even from what we're looking at right now, are we saying that they're having the difficult fixture?
Yeah. Arsenal have the hardest start out of them and Chelsea. That goes without saying. Chelsea's first 6 games, only one of the traditional big 6 they've got is Man United. Ironically, that's also at Old Trafford. Do you know the one thing I will say that if you're an Arsenal fan, just quickly, Nee, is that
we'll take a look at
you've got a couple of the big games at home to open the season, which does slightly help. But then you've got another couple of them are away from home. Like the Man U game, I think, was away. I can't remember which other one was away. It was the Liverpool one. The Liverpool one was away. So Man U and Liverpool, they've got away. That I'd prefer to have those at home in the back end of the season, I think.
But if you look at Liverpool also, the starting also is not that easy for them, Steven.
Can you move up a bit more on the
okay.
But then move it over to the left a bit, maybe.
Yeah,
actually, that works. There we go. Yeah. Because then we've got August, September on the left-hand side.
Yeah, if you look at what they have,
Newcastle away, Arsenal at home, Burnley away, Everton at home, Palace away. That's all right.
They have Newcastle there, which is not going to be that easy for them. They have Arsenal also to play, and they have Crystal Palace to play, which is not going to be easy. And
but it's Palace away, which is where the issue comes. If it was Palace at home, it's not so much an issue.
Everton, they're going Palace away. Yeah, if they play Palace at the
Anfield.
Yeah, at home. Okay.
Bournemouth, I wouldn't be concerned about sat here today because it looks like, well, Hyson has gone. Yeah. Kepa has gone. Kirkes is going to Liverpool, which is funny because that's their opening
Is the Kepa deal finally done?
It's going to happen, though, isn't it? It's not official yet, but it's going to happen by the looks of it. Okay. But, yeah, I mean, Arsenal were in no rush to get anything done, so...
Right, so let's look at October. Yeah. October right there. October, they have Chelsea to play, Man United and Brentford.
Man United at Anfield.
Home, they have only one home game against Man United. Other than that, all the other 3 teams away. Brentford, which maybe they could pick up all 3 points. Chelsea, they have Chelsea there, which will be difficult. I went for a draw, right? Didn't I? I went for a draw.
For
for
Chelsea,
Liverpool
yeah.
at the Bridge. Yeah, I went for a draw.
Both did on that one.
Yeah, but I'll be happy if they can win it. I'll be very, very happy.
Of
If
course,
they
that's
can
what
win
we
it.
want.
Yeah,
that's
very
that's
happy.
literally what we want. Of course, we'll be happy with it. We're Chelsea fans. We're gonna be happy if we win.
This guy, I'm telling you,
I didn't mean to actually start sharing my one. If it has started,
he
sharing,
is quick.
I didn't mean to do that.
He is quick, but defensive wise, he needs to add some more work. Did you see the Trent defending yesterday? Did you see that video? Trent.
I'm guessing it was standard Trent.
He forgot about defending. He was just walking. They skipped the ball past him. They went past him to score. Trent. All right,
Trent.
All right. So Man City. We look at Man City before Tottenham Hotspur. We're almost there. Let me zoom it in. So we look at just that three fixtures over there. Is it clear, or do I have to go a little bit
maybe
more?
Maybe a bit more. There we go. Now, actually out a bit. Actually, no, we only won. What was it? First 6. So we're good here. We're good here.
Yeah, I can bring it down once we look at the first 2, which is August.
But if we only won the first 6, we're good here.
They got Wolves.
Yeah, I mean that's
good.
That's an alright start.
Yeah, the only
Wolves
difficult
away, Spurs at home, Brighton away, Man U at home, Arsenal away, Burnley at home.
Yeah,
you're very happy with that if you're a Man City fan.
Don't worry.
You get 3 of your traditional Big 6 games out the way in your first 6 games. Tottenham in your second Premier League game, Man U in your 4th, and Arsenal in your 5th. So once you got them out the way, if you scroll down for a second, when's their next one? It's not in.
That's October. Brentford away, Everton at home. Aston Villa.
So they ain't got a big team in October. Scroll down a bit. I want to see when their next one is. That's all. So Liverpool in November would be their 4th, and then they play Chelsea in January.
Yeah, all the way up here.
They also play Chelsea in April. But yeah, after their first 5 games, they've played over half of the traditional Big 6 because they're one of those teams. So then they don't have one for a whole month. So you'd be very happy with that because you get those out of the way. The other thing I'd quickly point out whilst we're here, Nee, is that
they play 2 traditional, 3 of them, 3 traditional teams in January. Chelsea, Man United, Tottenham.
3 of them.
Yeah, 3 of them. Yeah.
But that's the first time they play Chelsea. That's not the second time.
Oh, yeah.
That's the first Chelsea game. But they got Liverpool the beginning of February. So
how did that happen? We're going through August, we're going to September, and going through October, November, December before we playing City. How did that happen?
No, it's just how it's done, isn't it?
That don't make sense. All right, go ahead, Steven.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, the Liverpool game there, is going to be the very beginning of February, yeah?
Yeah.
So after that, they've only got 2 of the remaining Big 5 to play for a second time. So
all right,
this is Spurs, the absolute trash, just like Man United.
Guys, if you're watching us, what we've done with Man City, we're next on Spurs. Looking at what Spurs have. We're looking at what we are doing here is going through all the traditional top 6 teams, usually top 6 teams in the Premier League, and see who has the most difficult fixture. And for now, it looks like Arsenal has the most difficult fixture compared to everyone else. And
Chelsea still have the easiest first 6 games.
Exactly. Steven, can you tell me the connection on your screen, on your side?
No issues, nothing flagged up.
Yeah, I got 1, but it's not affecting the stream like it did yesterday.
Weird.
I got only 1 bar right now, just a little bar down there.
Yeah, I've got nothing shown on my end.
I don't know if because I'm the one going live here or something. I don't know if it's
No idea.
the power is drawing from me. But anyway, let's look at
I've
August.
had it a couple of times, but it hasn't impacted my camera or mic.
And today we haven't experienced that either.
I've had it once or twice today.
I haven't.
See your answer.
Is it blurry or anything? No, I haven't. Is it blurry? No.
No, it's fine.
All right. So let's look at your friends, your neighbors, your noisy neighbors. More noisy than the Reds. The Reds are more noisy than
I've just added them in.
All right. Okay. Welcome him, Steven. I'll let you do that. I'll let you do the honor. Welcome him in.
I didn't know if he was still at his mat. I thought he'd gone out for a second. No, I didn't know.
He's still there. He's there.
Oh no, I'm still here. Don't worry.
You right?
Yeah, I'm good.
So far, yeah. Who do you think? Yeah. Like for me, Chelsea had the easiest first 6 games.
I
right?
agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because our only Big Six team, obviously Chelsea being one of them, but I still call it Big Six because it's what it's called, is Man United away. Like it's not a Man City, for example, or a Liverpool. So for me, if they've got City or Liverpool in, instantly it's harder.
It is.
Yes. I agree with that.
What do you make of the fixtures overall?
Good start. The finish is going to be tough.
The finish is brutal.
You haven't done it, but but I will say at the same time, right? I'm starting to see what I saw like with Man City, where Man City had easier run-ins, but I'm starting to see a team that can win like all the games at the end of the season because they've done it 2 years in a row now. So I'm not.
When you need to pick up points, you can pick them up in the difficult situations type thing.
Yeah. In terms of the tough, who has the toughest fixtures, right? I've actually looked through all the fixtures. It's you haven't gone through this club. It's going to be Man United that has the toughest fixtures. I'm just gonna say right now.
United.
It's going to be Man United who has the toughest fixtures.
We haven't even looked at Man United yet, so we're about to look at it. We start from the first 3 months, isn't it? August, September.
We can go back to Spurs, but yeah. I mean,
we'll Spurs,
Arsenal home, Fulham away, Burnley home. This is why though. They've got Arsenal, City, and Chelsea in their first 6
exactly.
games. It's not what you want. It's really not. Yeah. Especially after the season that them and Spurs have had. You really don't want that. It's brutal. But also, as someone who's a Chelsea fan and for the rest of those I'm a neutral, it's hilarious.
Will Amiram produce his magic this season? Are you seeing something different that Amiram can get these team cooking, or can he get him in a better position than they finished last season? Because bringing in
you have to do a lot to do worse than 15. So I think they'll do that in terms of better position. But are they going to challenge for anything? That's going to be tough to do inside one season, and even Conference League. That's going to be very tough. I think they might be able to probably finish 8th, 9th, around that area, maybe.
I think I agree with you.
I think that's fair. About mid-table.
You would think that having them play the style of football last season, it will be easy for them to get it going this season. But we still realize that they couldn't even understand the style last season for them to even get anything going. I don't think it was
so much they couldn't understand the style, I think it's just the players don't work in the system. But when you look at it, right, I know you say like be adaptable and this and that, yeah. But then I'd argue it's more of a detriment to the long term under Amarim if they change it if they start out with his style, and then it's not working, they change it to then just go back to it again. You may as well persevere with it and get through the difficult period. Okay. Hope to get back in from the ownership, which they're getting Cunha in, and who knows what other business they're going to be able to do. But I definitely think they need to improve that defense for sure.
And the goalkeeper.
Yeah, just defense in general, including keeper. Like, the thing is, you can buy Cunha, you can buy Embuemo if you can, and you can buy all these attackers, but that's great. That's absolutely great. You can buy all these attackers all you want, but if your defense is leaking goals for fun, you're still a mess. You're still in trouble.
Yeah. Just look at Poch.
Yeah, don't take
just look
me
at
back
the Poch
to that,
season,
please. I can't do it again.
Mauricio Pochettino.
Yeah, don't take me back.
Sorry
the
about
PTSD from Poch.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's okay.
We're making references. We're making references, so it's all good.
I'm just messing. It's just we were having a similar conversation on Discord last night. It was like, oh no.
Yeah. Looked very interesting. So yeah, he Sian said that the Manchester United have the most difficult. Sunday, look at October. They still have Liverpool. They have Brighton over there in October. Fixture list is not easy for them.
Go back to August for a second, Lee. So they've got Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, and Liverpool, in the first 3 months of the season, in their first 9 games.
That's mad. It's like every month there's no free time for them. There's some big game has to happen for them.
Can you scroll down to November for a second? I just want to check something. Yep. Knew it. I knew it. I knew it. They got Tottenham in November as well, so they've got at least one of the big teams in every single one of the first 4 months of the season.
Hey, at least that means December they're not going to get any of the big teams.
Well, they got Newcastle.
Won't need them again until January.
I mean, they got Newcastle.
They got Newcastle there that can pull.
They got Villa away as well. Who knows what's going to happen with Villa, because Villa could be losing a couple of players because of PSR. So, yeah. Villa's a 50-50 for me at the moment.
Well, look at the end of the season as well.
Yeah.
Leeds, Chelsea, Brentford, Liverpool, Sunderland, Nottingham Forest, and Brighton.
Yeah. Sunderland will be fighting for their life at that time.
Now, Sunderland will probably be relegated by then.
Down. But they're the exception to this. I'm more looking at like Brentford, Brighton, and Forest. And of course, the 2 big hitters in that list as well. And also, if you scroll up a little, I'm pretty sure Leeds was there as well. Yeah. If you scroll up, scroll up a little.
Scroll up. Okay.
Yeah, see, there's Leeds right there.
And they've got Newcastle and Villa in March as well.
Yeah. But hold on, hold on. I've also just noticed something, right?
Go on.
Yeah.
Arsenal, Man City, Tottenham. None of those, we've not mentioned them in March, April, or May. So that means they have them in January or February.
Mm-hmm. Scroll up a second.
Let me go and scroll up.
Yeah.
Just gonna move it up.
February is okay.
There's one. Go to
that's February, right? That means it's Arsenal, Man City in January.
That's not
Everton, West Ham,
as well. Look, Man City, Arsenal, Fulham, Tottenham. Oh boy, they're in trouble.
Yeah, they are.
If they don't back him, he's gone by middle of February. If they don't back him, he's gone middle of February.
Well, I already told you. That Miriam is not going to last long. Man United don't have that much money to spend lavishly on players. They don't have it. Else they will break in the PSR rules. And United, they don't have it because they have to sell a lot to bring him more in.
Do you know what makes me laugh?
I don't even know where they're getting the money from to sign Cunha, and they want to sign.
It's not the money that's the issue. It's the PSR and FFP, which is the accounting side of it. It's not the actual money. They've got money. They just
I know they have money, but I'm saying every football club has money. Everyone has money in the Premier League. It's not about the money. It's about how much you're spending, how much you're selling, Do you have
how
enough
much
to
you're able
sell?
to spend, of course. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
yeah. How much you have to sell also to be able to spend? And United don't have enough to sell to get money back. You get Casemiro who's sitting on money. They can't sell. No, there's no sell on value. There's no
Bruno don't want to go.
Bruno Fernandes don't want to go. They could get 80 million for him, and he said no, I'm staying. And you have Luke Shaw.
I don't blame him, to be fair.
Another problem. You have Luke Shaw. You have Onana. Problem. You can't sell him to get anything. Who wants Onana? No one wants Onana unless the Saudi Pro League might take Onana.
I mean, look how difficult it was for us to get rid of Kepa. We've had to wait until he's got a value of 5 million on the books and just to get Arsenal to sign him.
They can't sell. They can't sell Højlund also. They can't sell him because you lose a chunk of money if you sell him.
Yeah,
you're not gonna get nothing back from it.
Also with Højlund, right?
Yeah.
But you also have to look at the wages some of these players are on as well. Let's just look
at Man United. Loads of them on 200 plus.
Bro, I heard Casemiro is on like 300k or something.
Not surprising.
Yeah, I think it's more than 200k. I mean,
Casemiro would be, Casemiro would be like 300,
yeah, or plus,
350,
yeah. It makes 300.
They have Rashford and Fernandes and Bruno Fernandes on 300k as well.
Yeah, I mean,
right? If I look at their starting 11, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got Højlund on 85k, Dalot on 85k. Okay.
Tell me, Anthony, what's it making?
Harry Maguire's on 190k, basically.
Better than I thought it'd be, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, he's not been bad.
The Links is on 190k. Mount is on 250. You got Sancho on 250. Mazraoui on 135.
Sancho and Rashford and potentially Anthony as well, by the way.
Mazraoui, what's
Anthony
making?
is not on the list, so I don't know how much he's on. But Rashford is on the list, and he's on 300k.
Won't be surprised. I won't be surprised.
Sancho and Rashford, you look at
the total payroll allocations, right?
Yeah.
That's basically like how much you spend on wages the whole season.
Yeah,
I think it's the whole season. Right? No, it's how much you allocate for wages. They allocate 178 million, really, if you round up, on wages.
Mad. The thing is, like, Rashford is on silly money, but at least for their sake, he did show stuff at Villa where people could go, okay, we're interested. The issue is then he's on 300 odd grand a week. What are we going to do? Can we pay that? That's the issue they don't have, right?
Yeah.
Sancho didn't really show much, and he's on 250 grand a week. So then people go, well, he's on 250 grand a week. He didn't show much. We don't want to pay him that. He's not going to take a wage cut, so we don't want him. And then you get into a messy situation where they don't have to loan him again until eventually someone goes, we'll just take him. Like, eventually that's got to happen or he'll leave on a free. And if you're Man United, the one thing you can't afford to do is let Rashford, of all players, go on a free. Because he's one of the players you can literally make pure profit on and actually get decent value.
because he came through the academy as well.
Yeah. That's one thing they cannot afford to do is let him go for free. Yeah. But they've put themselves in a corner on 350 grand a week.
You got I'm saying he came from Carrington, like so.
Yeah. Same way Mount came from Cobham and all them lot. The training ground.
My question.
I'm looking at Chelsea's wages. Yeah, Chelsea actually have the second highest wage bill in the whole league. Man United has the third, by the way.
I don't believe we do.
You know what? You know why it's Chelsea? Because Chelsea has more number of players. The players that Chelsea have, although it's not all of them in there, we have other players that are making 50, 100. They are not even with the football club right now. That is why
you have a lot of. It's just because you have a lot of players.
Yeah,
that are getting wages and everything.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to.
You got. I mean, Sterling is the only one above 300 at 325k. Then you have Reece James on 250k. Fofana and Chilwell. I don't know why he's still here, but they're on 200k.
Chilwell.
Yeah, and Kunku's on 195.
To my knowledge, Chilwell does have interest from clubs.
Yeah, but the first one, right? The first player that has really started for this manager is on 180k, and that's Enzo Fernandez.
It's all right.
The first one that this manager has done has been able to start many times.
What's that website claim? What's it called on? What's that website claim that Moises Caicedo's on?
Caicedo is on 150k.
Man,
I have Caicedo here.
And he's about to get an extension as well, by the way.
I thought to have a Caicedo on my screen here. What do you say you have on Caicedo?
150 under Neto.
Under Neto.
And above
Yeah, Pedro Neto right here. So
Neto's 160.
One below it. One below. There you go.
150. Yeah. What was that again?
Neto's 160.
Yeah, 160.
By the way, I wonder who's first on, who has the highest payroll in the league.
James.
In the league.
Yeah. It's Haaland.
Yeah.
Erling Haaland. He makes about 500. He makes 500 grand. I mean, 500 a week.
No. What I'm saying is like in the payroll in terms of team is it City?
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
The team. It's gonna be City.
But you said about Haaland's like 500 grand a week, yeah?
Yeah.
That's the money they tell you about. Remember, one of their charges is about paying people under the table, yeah? How much do you think they're giving him under the table?
Haaland makes more than that. Honestly, makes more than 500 a week.
Bro, I guarantee you they're paying him more without like it being official. I guarantee.
Also, do you want to look at the Tottenham's fixtures, by the way?
Oh, yeah, Tottenham we were going to do.
Yeah, we are going to do Tottenham right now. Yeah, we'll move on to Tottenham.
There you go. Right there. It would be so funny if he ended up leaving now after this graphic's been used. Was this from ESPN?
Yeah, from ESPN, exactly. Yeah, that's why I got all the pictures.
Yeah, because all the layouts are the same, so I was like, yeah, it's not from the clubs.
No, it's from ESPN. All right, so we're looking at August, Sian and Steven. Burnley, Man City, Bournemouth over there. It looks like a City will be the difficult one for them, but
but this one's a relatively nicer one.
It's nicer compared to some of the others, yeah.
Yeah, but I will. But then you get the question of, you know, what Thomas Frank's going to do with that team,
and that. But also, where the other big games, like if we scroll down to October, November.
There you go.
None in
November is.
Ooh, look down here. Oh my God. Look down in November. It's crazy.
No. Go down to December, right? I bet you Liverpool is the first one in December.
Liverpool. Oh my! No. Liverpool's got to be like their Boxing Day fixture or something.
No, it's not.
No, that's the one before. That's got to be like 20th. That's got to be like 20th.
Yes, 20th. Yeah.
Big up to you, King. So. Ooh, I was like, oh my days! Look at that.
Bro,
from Chelsea.
Chelsea, Man U, and Arsenal back to back.
Oh, look at their May as well. Look at their finish to the season.
May.
Villa
and Leeds,
Chelsea in May.
That's 3 points.
Those are the two.
But Everton's a home game for Spurs. If Everton was away, I mean, to be fair, it's not Goodison anymore, so who knows? But even still, like,
we're scored up to like March and like February and everything. And
they're gonna get a brutal like March or Feb guaranteed.
All right, Kim So, big up to Kim So.
No, scroll up. I'm saying scroll up. Hold on.
Guys, give me a second. Kim So, big up to you. I hope you're keeping very well. You're doing well. The day is going on wonderful. He says, big up to everyone here. Big up to you, Kim So yourself. We have United away. Absolutely. We need to win all five games. It looks like Kim So, I predicted more than 5 games that Chelsea can win. If the Champions League is not going to be a big problem to us, I feel like Chelsea can pick up from win from Palace, West Ham United. I didn't read the next one. I forgot off on top of my head. Brentford United, Brighton.
Yeah, Fulham.
They're all
Fulham was the other one.
Yeah, they're all winnable. We have Liverpool. The only game that I feel like Chelsea can drop the point will be Liverpool because of the players they've added to their squad this time.
Can I debunk this one real quick as well?
Yeah, I'm done right now. Last one. Okay.
Huh?
Are you reading the comment?
Yeah. So he says that the Premier League's corrupt. Liverpool easy fixtures. Yeah. I want to debunk this real quick. Yeah. There's 20 teams in the Premier League. That's 19 opponents. Yeah, which is how you get to the 38 games. Everybody has to play everybody twice, right? So at some point, you all have to play all of the big teams. You all have to play all the relegation teams. It's not a case of easy fixtures, right?
I think I understand
what everyone plays those games. It's just a case of, are those teams in form at the time you played them, which we can't possibly know sat here today the form that any of those teams are going to be in, right?
But Steven,
I think there's no such thing as easy because everyone plays the same 38 games.
What I can see, I can get from Akim So's point is, I get what his point is if you look at how Arsenal's fixtures are very, very difficult, and even who else did we the Sion said it was United. Yeah, if you look at United's fixture and compare that to Liverpool, most of the time, most of the years, they've always have a good run of fixtures. If you look at it, it's winnable until maybe later part of the season when they've already got the team running, because it's all about how you started. A lot of teams in the Premier League don't start very well, but Liverpool, if they have that easy run, they could go game after game and start getting the momentum after 5 games, because it takes about 5 games for most of the Premier League teams to get the team working. You get one. Sometimes preseason
be made for Chelsea, though. The Chelsea first 6 games, we could win like 5 to all 6 of those. Like
exactly, but it's not every season that Chelsea have that kind of a setup. Last season we
started with Man City. The season before we started with Liverpool.
Yeah, so that's what Kim So is saying, that these guys always kind of like having things going their way. I think for almost about 5 years now, they always have that run where they start with easy teams. So I wouldn't say easy teams, like smaller teams in the Premier League, and they start building. And after the fifth game, they've already got that momentum, like a setup. Yeah. And they keep it going.
So I just looked up Tottenham's fixtures in January, right?
Yes, sir.
They have Man City on the 31st of January. Man City on 31st. 2 games later is Man United. No, sorry, Man City. No,
next game is Man United.
Only games United.
Oh, they're done. They're done now.
Then
Man City, Newcastle, Arsenal, and then Fulham away as well, all in a row.
And then Liverpool is in March. Liverpool's like the first one in March.
Is it? And you scroll down slightly.
No, the second one in March. Sorry, second one.
Is it this?
The second one. Yeah, don't go all the way down. Just try and get it so that you've still got like the bit where it says January. But
January.
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to.
Oh no, I meant so that you show Liverpool as well, because in their fixtures, which is in March. So zoom out slightly.
Did I have to zoom out? You want me to zoom out?
Yeah, zoom out slightly. Yeah, and then marginally scroll up.
Okay.
You can cover Forest.
Okay, I'm trying to understand what you're saying, but
so go up, try to do it so that Liverpool.
Okay. I get it now. So you still have Liverpool here.
Yeah.
And am I good now? No.
Out. Zoom out.
Zoom out.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
Because that is brutal. Like, looking at the end of the January March in general, like Forest, unlike Bournemouth, haven't been raided, at least not yet. Yeah. So to have City at home, followed by Man U away, Newcastle home, Arsenal home, Fulham away, Palace home, Liverpool away, and then Forest at home is yeah, not good. Especially like I've said already, yeah. Especially after the season they just had, like you want to try and have as few like brutal runs as possible. Like you want to have them in short stints, like 2-3 games ideally, if that makes sense. It goes for anyone, but especially someone who's had the season that they've had.
So another thing I've also done, right? I've also went to Newcastle's games as well, just to see who they have. Because they're probably going to be another team that's fighting up there. They are like fairly similar to Chelsea, with the exception that they don't have like that run that you mentioned.
Let me see if I can get Newcastle on the screen.
But they have an easier run at the end, but their tough games are just spread out.
Yeah, I know. So Newcastle start with Villa away, Liverpool at home, Leeds away, Wolves at home, Bournemouth away, Arsenal at home, Forest at home, and then Brighton away in their first 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So first 8 games.
And then Fulham at home.
Yeah.
Their December I think is their toughest month by far, because they have Tottenham at home.
They've got
well,
Tottenham
December's mixed because they have Tottenham at home, right? Chelsea at home and Man United away.
Yeah, but they also play in order. They're all right though because of its.
Yeah, they play Burnley, Sunderland, and Burnley.
December 2nd.
Which one?
December for a second.
December, okay.
So they're all right though because you've got Burnley and Sunderland in between the Tottenham and Chelsea game. Then you've got Man U and then Burnley. So it's not like it's bad to have Chelsea and Man U back to back. Although Man United, who knows what you're gonna get, right? Because don't know what their investment's gonna be. Yeah, but it's not awful. But if that's their worst month, they're fine.
Their run from fairly late January to March is where it gets tough.
Late January to March, so similar to Spurs.
Yeah, it's not as bad as Spurs, but
Villa, Liverpool, Brentford, Spurs, Man City, Everton, Man U, Chelsea. Yeah, that's
and Sunderland as well. Sunderland.
But Sunderland.
No. Like on paper,
that'll probably be a game they get relegated.
Right? On paper, that looks easy, but it is also the Tyne-Wear derby as well that you have to account for. That we've also not accounted for the December run as well.
Newcastle, I'd still expect to be there or thereabouts for Europe, though.
No, I do. Yeah.
It's more how they navigate the festive period and stuff like that.
I agree.
Hold on, right? I might remember when I put the schedule for Chelsea's games right after their UCL runs. I'll see if we did the same for Newcastle, right? The equivalent games would be it would be Bournemouth away, Forest at home, Fulham at home. And then it's, I want to say, hold on. I want to say that it's Brentford away. Let me just double check.
All right. Whilst you're checking, let me go through this real quick. We have Scala in the house, a Manchester United fan, joining us here in the building. And also, we have Kim So said in the top, who has
in the top 6 who had the easiest fixtures in the first 6 games. Chelsea, first 6 games, Chelsea had the easiest.
Yeah,
because Liverpool had Arsenal and Newcastle in their first 6.
Yes, exactly. I was right. It was Brentford.
Yeah,
and then it's Everton away, Sunderland away, so the Tyne-Wear derby again, and then the 2 in January is Aston Villa at home and Liverpool away.
Kimso's question. I will come back to it here. Come to Scala here in a second. Kimso said, "What is the PGMOL?" Steven, Liverpool fans talk a lot about it. PGMO is more about the
match officials. To be exact, it stands for Professional Game Match Officials Limited.
Yeah. and their leader is Mr. Howard Webb. He is in charge of it. They organize and put referees on games in terms of how they rate the games, either class A, B, or C. So they distribute those what do you call
so
the
they sort
referees. So if
out
something happens
for Premier League, EFL, Super League, and National League.
Yeah, so that's the name given to the referee association, PGMOL. But let's hear from Scala. Scala, good evening or good afternoon to you, sir. How are you?
Yeah, good evening. It's evening here. Yeah, not too
Evening.
bad. I've been listening to you guys for the last few minutes talking about the fixtures, and yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. It's very obvious that we have got a very difficult run in, and I don't know, someone either hates us or like they really want Amrim out, because first 5 games, I think we are playing 3 big teams, and even Fulham is a difficult game. That just leaves Burnley at home. So realistically, if you talk on paper, we can just have 1 point from 4 games, 1 win from 4 games. So yeah, it's not looking good on paper, but we'll see, because not every team starts off right from the scratch, right from the get-go. So it's not confirmed that Arsenal will come out flying and all these teams. So yeah, it might be a good time actually. I'm not too bothered, because say if you are playing them in, like, I don't know, October or something like that, where everyone has settled down and there is a good amount of heat in the legs and players can start getting into the rhythm, it might be a bad time to play them. So yeah, I'm not too worried about the fixtures, where I'm very keen on what Amrim does, because for me, I think that I have my radar on him this season. I think I will have no excuses for him this season. I think 1 game a week. I think he will be back significantly. We might get the players a bit late, but he will be back. And I don't think he can allow or say any excuses. And not that he does. I haven't seen too many of his press conferences where he have been giving excuses.
Yeah.
That's one good thing about him. But yeah, in general, we cannot have this excuse of players are injured or we are resting them for the Europa League and all that. That's not going to wash, because you're playing 1 game a week, and that's it. And this is probably once in a long time that we are playing such fixtures, because I cannot remember the last time United were totally out of Europe. I don't even remember which season was that. So yeah, this is a bit new for us as well. I mean, I can't say that it's nice, but it's different to start a season with a new manager and with a back 3/back 5. It's going to be a bit weird for us, because we haven't seen that. But anyways, Amarim is here, and whatever happens in the first 5 games, I don't think he'll be sacked because he loses 3 games, or I don't know, if he loses to Arsenal, City, and Chelsea. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they are going to back him throughout the way. Also, this is his last year. We only gave him a 2-year contract. He's already done 1, and if he doesn't do well this season, he could be sacked. So yeah, I'm very curious, man. I'm seeing some pictures of Cunha training. He's doing some, I don't know, he's playing on Brazilian streets, some 5-a-side.
Yeah.
So that's good, because we are not in the Club World Cup like you guys. So at least you guys are having a preseason. We are just waiting for I don't know when United officially start the preseason. I think we are starting on with a game against Leeds. I don't know which date, but yeah.
Are you still going to Malaysia?
Yeah, I don't know where we are going. I think
we are definitely
going to. They're going where they're going.
Hong Kong.
You're gonna win there, play against the pensioners, and then pick up a pensioner trophy and come back again and start your season poorly.
Yeah, I actually forgot what you were mentioning. Yeah, I totally forgot about that tour. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I don't know why. What is it with Malaysia? Everyone is going to America to pick up some money from there. You guys are always playing around.
We are not in the Club World Cup, so how can we go to America? And we got, I think, 8 million or something.
You're going to America.
What, Stephen? Go ahead, Stephen.
You're going to America at the end of July. So you're playing, but I don't know where that is. Then 27th of July, you're playing against West Ham at MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, we're
the
playing
31st of July, you're playing at Soldier Field, which I want to say Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago.
Yeah.
Then you've got Everton in the summer series.
We're playing Leeds as well, right? I remember there's a game against Leeds.
Yeah, Leeds is your first one. I don't know where that one is. But after that, it's West Ham in America, Bournemouth in America, Everton in America, and I'm presuming Fiorentina probably in America as well.
I do remember because they're talking about De Gea coming back.
You guys are done with the Malaysia.
Against Leeds, it's in Sweden, by the way.
So Sweden to then go to America. Interesting.
I got some few questions for Scala. But before I go to that, let me see what Kim So says over here. Scala, don't you worry. Chelsea will give you points. They are so we always fumble at Old Trafford. That game, I see Chelsea turning things around, trying to start to pick up points from Old Trafford for the very, very first time. We're gonna do it. Kim So says, Scala, United will finish top 4. No, will United finish top 4? That's a question.
I was going to say respectfully, I don't think they will.
I mean, you can jump that high from 16th to top 4. 15th to top 4. That's a big jump. That's a big jump, and I don't think that Acuna alone will do it, because that's the only one they brought in so far, right? Acuna. They still have the same goalkeeper, Shaka Sloffy goalkeeper. But anyway, I was going to ask Kala, do you think that this was going to be a very, very big mistake that United have done by not selling Bruno Fernandes? Because I know the Ratman himself, the British billionaire who was supposed to strategize the wages at Manchester United. How much is Bruno Fernandes still on?
Yeah, I think he's on upwards of 300. So
it would have been better selling him and use that money.
Yeah, it would have been. I made this point when the news came out that he's staying. The big problem with Bruno is that he has no position in the system. That's the problem, because now we are getting Cunha, and then say we get Mbomo on the line. So that means Bruno has to play in the double pivot, and it doesn't work, because I don't think we are going to be buying another defensive midfielder. I think Casemiro and Ugarte and probably Toby Collier and all. These 3 guys will fight for that one position. And Bruno is rubbish in that double pivot. He leaves so many gaps. Like, he's got no disciplinary position. Like, he leaves so much space because he wants to do, like, get on the ball and do his stuff, that he leaves Casemiro, Ugarte, whoever is playing next to him, isolated. So he has no position in the system, and he cannot play number 10. Otherwise, Mbomo has to go on the bench, or Cunha has to go on the bench, which is counterproductive. So I would have sold him for whatever money I don't think they were offering 100 million. I think that was a bit too much. I think over exaggerated by the British media. I think they were offering something around 90 million or something like that. I think 100 million was a push. But anyways, let's say even if they were offering 100 million, the club should have took it. But with this club, I don't know, man. They are trying to. Some are saying that Amorim wanted to keep him, and they are trying to give the manager the best chance, like taking some of his input as well. But we should have sold him. We could have already done Mbomo by now. Gyökeres would have been done as well, because we could pay Sporting, like we I don't know if he wants to go to Arsenal or not, but we would certainly be in the conversation.
Because I was going to ask you, is it Amorim his hands in it, or is it him that stopped that sale? I mean, they're trying to back him.
Yeah, because I think the club were open to it. After the Europa League defeat, he himself said that if the club wants to sell him, I won't stand in the way, something like that. He said it's their choice. So he played a very good part in that as well. Like, he said that he thinks that he's good enough to still play in the system. So if the club wants to sell me, I am open to it. So it's not like that, I'm not good for the system, so I should go. So he did his part of improving his PR. But more than the money, now that he's staying, now that is official, I'm not convinced, man, with Bruno in this team. I think he has a bit of a problem playing that position. He can play number 10, but again, like, we have to sacrifice so many players for that, and we don't have another deep line playmaker. We cannot play Ugarte and Casemiro together. That's like way too defensive.
That's true.
We cannot. Yeah, we can play Bruno. As I said, he's asking the question, why not play Bruno number 10? Then where does Mbomo go or Cunha go? Because say if we get those two signings together, and then we have to put Ahmad on the bench, then Xerxes will go on the bench. I mean, our bench will be strong, but it's a bit counterproductive for me. So, and again, if you play Bruno number 10, who's playing in that double pivot with Casemiro or Ugarte? So that's a problem position for us. As I say, he does not fit the system. He's not someone who fits this back three formation, unless you have I would have loved someone like a Fabian Ruiz in this team, man. because he could play
from
against.
PSG.
Yeah, he could play with that number 6 and dictate play, someone like that. But we don't have that kind of. That's why I was obsessed with us buying last year. This guy who went to Fulham. What's that guy's name? He plays in the midfield. Like he's, I think, Danish as well. Oh my God, I'm forgetting his name. Yeah, they got him from Burnley. He's like 6'4", 6'5".
The one that you were linked with before, Sanderberg.
Yeah, Sanderberg, exactly. I would have loved Sanderberg last year because
you were linked with him, weren't you, before he went there?
Yeah, because he solves a big problem position for us, like a deep line playmaker, because we don't have that position. He's not like a flashy name, but he fits the profile, because Casemiro can't do that role, and Ugarte definitely can't, and Bobby Mainu, he's not a double pivot player. And that leaves just Toby Collier, and he's very young, so we don't have that profile. That's why, like someone like a Fabian Ruiz or a Sanderberg would have been good. And even this year, we are not linked with any of those kind of player profiles. We are just linked with attackers, So that's why I'm saying, like, Bruno in this system, we have to fit him into system. He's not being a part of the system. So yeah, that's a bit of a problem for us, because even if Cunha comes in, say if you play Cunha, Bruno, and this guy and Mbeumo together, that's very attacking. I do agree. And if you get a center forward as well, that is very good. But against the big teams, if you're playing Liverpool, that's not going to work, because we are not better than Liverpool in any position. So we have to play with 2 defensive midfielders. So then where does Bruno play? So, that's something the manager has to figure out. Anyways, he's the captain and the highest earner at the club. So I don't know what he does with Bruno, man. He's 30, 31, something like that. So this is his last big contract. I don't think Saudi will come again and offer the same money to him. So yeah, but credit to him. He has declined that offer. I think they were offering him 700 grand a week. Can you believe that?
Yeah. 300. Yeah. Victor Osimhen is not getting. He's asking for more. But anyway, Steven, do you guys have more United questions or any other questions related to football to Scala?
No, I've not got anything else.
Well, that's very, very interesting. Thank you very much, Steven, Sian, and also Scala himself
for coming on as well. Man.
Yeah. I've been sending the link to him every morning. Whenever he get a chance, he comes on. So whenever I do the stream, he's one of the people I distribute the links to.
Are you guys signing?
Skyler's always here when he can get here.
Yeah.
I try to come when I get time. I cannot promise anything, but yeah, I do try to come.
Yeah.
So are you guys signing any experienced player? That's that day I was asking this question when you guys were on. Everyone's there, and that guy got triggered by some weird reason.
I was gonna say it, Dan.
Yeah.
Dan didn't give you the chance.
Yeah, I asked a very genuine question. Like, you're signing all these young players, which is great. It's going to be very good for your PSR and all that. But for a club like Chelsea to not challenge for the league for such a long time, it's I don't know. Maybe
it's gone 8 years now.
The players are like, even the fans are like, it's someday it will happen. So that's I was looking, like, even your targets right now. I mean, look, you've got some experienced players like Reece James. He's won the Champions League. Not Fofana. That Cucurella has won the Euro Cup. So you do have some experienced players, but when you're looking at teams like Liverpool and Man City, I don't know. I feel like Chelsea should sign some experienced players. And I'll tell you one thing: I don't think Chelsea will ever win the Premier League without signing an experienced centre back. Anytime you guys have won, whether it's Tariq or Carvalho or Gary Cahill, David Luiz, or even with Thiago Silva, you haven't still replaced him. So that's you need to sign one. Even with Arsenal, you see, they weren't challenging for the league until they solved their defensive issues with Saliba and this guy Gabriel. So that's my that was what my question going to be that day. Like, are you guys looking at any experienced players? Like, or it's just anything it's only 30 below.
Mine on.
Yeah, he has experience, but like, it's a goalkeeper. It's not like...
but it is massive for our defense, which is a young defense. Because you bring him in the organization, he will instantly be able to bring as well.
Scala, I keep saying this all the time. I was like, if people keep talking about experience, it depends on what you define as experience. What do you define as experience? Is it by age, or is it by experience on the ball, number of games, number of games that the player have played? or the
or a
competition
combination of both.
that player have played in. So that's what I always ask. So when people talk about experience, because if you look at the core of the team, we got 80% of the core of the team that has experience. You get what I'm saying? And but then we look, are you looking at someone with much more like aging wise, who is more, because I don't know who we can bring in that is better than what we have now.
Do you know what I'm going to suggest?
That is better than what we have now, because we have experience in the team. Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, he's playing the World Cup, emerged as the young what would they call it? The youngest player in that Qatar World Cup. That's a few years ago. Player of the tournament, right? He won that. Then young player of the tournament. Then the Copa America also won the Copa America in America here a few years ago. Then after that, what again? Conference League, they've won that one. So that's a lot of experience. Caicedo have also won that, and he's also playing so many big tournaments and big games. Also, big game player. Reece James, the same thing. Very
but also,
much
the more
experience.
you play anyway, naturally you get experience. So the team's growing in experience as it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know that piss guy, PYS, I call him Pish, yeah?
Yeah, the guy.
This guy 2 months ago wanted us to sign 37-year-old Acerbi, yeah? And we're 4 days into the second window now? And he's crying about, this window's not been good enough. Mate, you wanted Acerbi who's 37 years old. What do you mean? He literally said, I'd praise the club if they got Acerbi and didn't get players like Hyson, Hato, and all that, yeah? Basically saying, I'd take him just because he's 37 years old, he's experienced. Like, no, that's not how it works.
Yeah, Kim, so tossing experience in age, but not experience in terms of winning something or playing in big competition. Tossing, no. Age, yeah. He's older, 26 years old.
But he's experienced in terms of the
Premier League
he's played as well, though.
Yeah, a little bit Premier League, but hasn't won anything. You get what I'm saying?
Winning things doesn't equal experience either. Like,
yeah,
sure, it's a part of it, because it helps, because when I say experience, I don't mean just games and age, but also the natural maturity you get and like stuff like that, which you can get through winning trophies, no doubt, I'm not saying it's not a factor. It definitely helps because then everything sort of comes easier to you now, if that makes sense in my mind.
Yeah, Kim So said Chelsea will not win anything without signing experienced players. I tell you what, Kim So, you're wrong about it. I'm telling you this. These guys will win it. Will win the Premier League trophy with the same kind of players. They will. Are you telling me if Sanchez have been that good for Chelsea last season, even having a good striker, even let's say we have Delap last season with his 12 goals that he scored for Ipswich, having a good goalkeeper in goalposts, I'm telling you the truth that we could have pushed Liverpool. We could have pushed Liverpool because
having a backup left back for the whole season and not just 6 months because we let him go and do what he wanted because he was whining.
We could have pushed Liverpool. Even with that young squad that we had, we were able to achieve something last season. A good goalkeeper like Mike Maignan in the goalpost last season would have been much better. Because, I mean, the number of goals, the number of mistakes that Sanchez committed that led to goals were too many. Were too many all by himself. Not the defenders. All by himself, making those mistakes. But
what was it, 4 or 5 errors leading to goal or something in the end?
Goalkeeper, it's just like you're scoring on goals. That's what the goalkeeper was doing. He was scoring on goals. You know, when the team is struggling to score, he was just making it easy for the opposition team to just score goals. So I feel like do not listen to what the media is saying. Believe in that team. That team can win the Premier League. They can. For the very first time, a young paraded a young team from Chelsea can do it. If Liverpool can do it, I know they have, experienced defenders. That's one thing that Liverpool is,
But Liverpool's not a young team in general either, don't you?
Yeah. You just give them for 2 more years. A lot of them will be leaving the football club. They have to rebuild again.
That's why they're giving them contracts now, getting up their last couple of years out of them, and then they're going to rebuild it. That's why they get people like Vertson ready.
if they don't sell Darwin Nunez and they keep Salah, I know they're keeping Salah. They've extended his contract. Darwin Nunez is still going to be the same Nunez. 3 seasons so far. He hasn't finished the season with even 10 goals. 3 seasons.
It's Napoli that are in for him, isn't it?
Yeah, Napoli wants him.
Isn't that Conte?
And Antonio Conte, he wants him. So let's see. I don't know. Liverpool, I mean, if Salah, I don't think Salah is going to repeat the same numbers that he got last season. His legs will be going down. He's not going to have it that easy this season. So, and I said we also knew that he has 70% of Liverpool's goals last season. Can he have that much this season? No. I don't think Salah is going to have that number of goals this season. So, goals will be a problem for Liverpool. It will be a big problem. Although they have foreign verts in there, and what's his name again? The guy from Bayer Leverkusen.
Both of them are from Leverkusen. Verts is the attacker from Leverkusen.
And this one is a defender.
Frimpong.
Frimpong is a defender.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see how things
Frimpong's right back.
Scala, what do you think?
I get your point. You do have some experienced players as you listed out, but I don't know, man. Something about Chelsea, I feel like it's like always like you guys start the season well, then you have some peaks and troughs, then towards the end it kind of fizzles out, and then there is like you are fighting for something, but it's just like in Chelsea standards, just like almost like saving the season. So I'm not saying you guys should win the Premier League with this team. I don't think anyone expects that, but I was expecting like Chelsea to make some statement signings, which can propel you to challenge for the Premier League. With this team, I don't think this team will win you the Premier League. I think you can compete for the league.
Yeah, they're trying, but the wages is a problem. They don't want anyone to come in making more than 150. They want you to make it when you come to the football club. The performance you put it on the page,
and
they can increase the wages. Yeah, that's what they want to do. They don't want players to come in and all of a sudden they'll be making 250 and they have 7 years and 6 years contract at the football club. You get what I'm saying? They want to make sure, if the player is not putting in the shift and it's making at least 150, the club will be okay with PSI, in terms of wages. You get what I'm saying? That's what they're trying to do. And some of these players don't want it. They just want to come to the football club and be making 300. And Chelsea wouldn't do that. Hugo Ekitike, I don't know if he's going to be fit for the football club. For him to come in and just...
It's not the wages with him that's the issue. It's the club side of things.
Gittins, I'm sure he will accept the 150. And
Gittins' personal terms already agreed, if I remember rightly.
Yeah. So go for
again, like Ekitike, it seems more of an issue with the club side of things than it is actually with the player. Yeah, I've got to hop off in a sec.
Yeah, I mean, I do get your point about, obviously you cannot be signing players and straight away putting them on ridiculous amount of money. But, you already got, say, for example, you already got Delap, and, he's like a young striker, which is good. You can expect like his potential for 30 million with 12 Premier League goals. It's a no-brainer. I mean, I would have loved to sign it, but he picked you guys. But, right, that's done. So, again, going in for another young striker in Ekitike, it's... makes no sense. Like, just go in for Gyökeres. Why are you not in for Gyökeres? Because
his wages over 300. He wants over 300.
He doesn't want 300. We are linked with him, and if we sign him, we are going to be giving somewhere around of 200 or something between that, 200 250. That's it. Because he's 27, last big contract. And he does want out, and I don't think any big teams are in except for United and Arsenal. But
we've been told the age and the wages is a problem. The age alone, 27, is way
the
past
age isn't the age isn't.
There is no resale value, so I do agree that.
The age isn't the issue here.
What's it, Steven? Let's make.
I know that if the age was the issue, we wouldn't be looking at someone like Mike Mignon.
With him, it's a goalkeeper, Steven. With him, it's a goalkeeper.
Your whole argument about him was resale value as well. That was literally your whole argument.
I mean, it makes sense. I found myself in the deep crap right now. Kim still laugh at me.
And he dug himself a hole and he's struggling to get out of it. Basically.
I'm trying. I'm trying to find a pickaxe to get a different hole out. All right, Scala, we still got Scala in there. Kim So said experienced players who won big trophies and competitions played. All right, and also here he said injury has also killed us. Lavia for fun. Absolutely. That's what I was talking about. Scala will jump in here in a second. Like I said, injuries was also one of the problems. Lavia, if Lavia had that consistency from Lavia, we would have been better last season. And the goalkeeper himself. I'm tired of these injury-prone players, which is true. It's December that kills us. December, yeah, absolutely. When that time hit, that's when we started going down. It's December that kills Chelsea. United give big salaries though. They do, and it hurts them. You know, it come back and hit when you have like Phil Jones. Phil Jones did. He was there forever. He was just chopping the money. Just spending the money and not playing games.
He was not on a big contract. He was, I think, on 80 grand. But the problem that we kept renewing when he was injured, and when he got injured, we can't sell it. Every transfer window, he got injured. So no one is buying an injured centre back, especially with his injury list. So yeah, but
it was all part of it. It was all part of his big idea, his scheme.
We cannot remove him. Yeah, and then he finished his career. Then he came out and he did some podcast with Rio Ferdinand, and he was crying about how he was unlucky and all that. All that time making 80 grand a week, playing nothing. And now I think he's doing some coaching role at the club. So yeah, he's set, man. But yeah, and you talk about United giving big wages. That's nothing new. I mean, look at Mason Mount, 250 grand a week, played 40% of the season, did nothing in the Champions League final. Europa League final. And it's still there, wearing that number 7. And there are many cases like that. Casemiro, 300k. But at least Casemiro has got some pedigree to ask for that money.
Mason best.
Yeah, but I do agree. I mean, Chelsea were not willing to give Mason Mount's wages. That's why United did. Not only did, but we gave
you guys got to change his name. It's got like call him Mason Best.
Yeah, I hope he turns into best this season, because this could be his last season. Because he's still a Chelsea player for me.
Interesting. We're gonna take the last comment from Kim So, and then we're gonna finish up with Scala here and Steven. We all gotta hop off, and hopefully maybe we could be back again later in the evening, depending on how things. But tomorrow, guys, we'll be doing a watch along on the stream today. Steven, right? You get ready for that, right?
Tomorrow, yeah.
All right. Kim So said the good thing with Chelsea transfer is that if they flop, we can still sell those players because the salaries are low. If you think about the 200k wages limit and that bad, that's that absolutely that is something good that Chelsea. I'm very, very proud of what Chelsea are doing. Osimhen should accept an incentives contract. Yeah. Osimhen. What, Steven? Incentivized contract, and then stay with the football club. But he didn't, and then he can get increase. I don't think it's Osimhen is the problem. The one controlling Osimhen, those holding him, those managers and agents holding Osimhen are the problem. They're destroying the guy's career.
Partially, but a big part is also on him.
Okay.
Also, John Obi Mikel, shut your mouth and stop talking about this guy.
All right, so let's hear one more word from Scala, then we can all head out for the day. Scala, over to you. One more word. Do you have any expectations for United? Where do you see United finishing this season? With just this signing that I know there's more signings to come in, but where should United finish the coming season?
I think, irrespective of the signings, I think we will get a couple of players in. I think we cannot finish less than 6 for me. I think that will be unacceptable with one game a week. I think we need to get Europa League. I think I think Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool, I think they'll be confirmed for top 3. Then that league, I don't know what happens this season with that 5th spot for the Champions League, but I think 4 or 5 teams fighting for that one position for that Champions League. I think I certainly will count myself out, because I don't see United getting Champions League this year. We should, but we won't. I don't think so. I don't think we can make that jump so quickly. So I think like somewhere around 6th or 5th, I think I would be happy if we finish like probably a one or couple of points behind Champions League position. I think that will be okay. Plus like a good like a Carabao Cup, something like that. I think that will be. It's not acceptable. But it is like it's what he can do this season. Because we have to be realistic as well. We cannot get Champions League and FA Cup or Carabao Cup. One of those two cups we have to win. So I think that's the expectation for me. And more importantly, I want him to with this system, I want him to breed some bit of familiarity. He cannot be doing chopping and changing and chopping and changing. Not that he won't have any ways games to do that, because I don't think whenever FA Cup and Carabao Cup starts, that's the only time we'll be playing 2 games a week. So he will be playing most of the time the same team. So which means he's going to be picking mostly the same players. So which means I have to see this system being implemented. I want to see some patterns. I want to see how he coaches the wing backs in this team, because our width comes from the wing backs. If you see how Kimi and Nuno Mendes play, I'm not expecting like that, but I want similar things to be done at this with this system as well. I want the wing backs to be certainly attacking, like on the edge of the box. Otherwise, no point in playing the system. So, I certain pointers like that I will be observing, and I hope he pulls it off, because otherwise he will be sacked, and we'll be left with another bunch of players the next manager probably will want or don't want.
Nuno Mendes was dropped by Mauricio Pochettino when he was there. He dropped him. He never played him, because I knew he was starting before he took over. When he took over, he dropped Nuno Mendes.
I forgot Pochettino was at PSG. That's how short his term was there.
Yeah, he's been a crap manager. Only the first US manager who has lost back-to-back games in a row, 3 games in a row. Yeah, him. Yeah. I think they won the was he the main national team? I think national team that won the game, I think against the US. One of the last games. But yeah, Pochettino is making history here in America.
4, not 3. He lost 4 in the end. He lost 4 in the end.
I thought it was 3. Did you see the confrontation he had with Pulisic? I was listening to Talk Sports probably 2 days back.
He said a player cannot choose. He said a player cannot choose in between and which matches that he wants to play.
Which I do agree to a bit.
Yeah, because he chooses the matches that he wants to play.
Also, it depends on context, though. This is what I was saying to Nee the other day, right? Like, is there context to that? Because, like, if Pulisic, like, bear in mind, remember Pulisic's injury history, yeah? If Pulisic knows in himself, I'm at my limit, I'm going to end up getting injured, yeah? Then, yes, he can dictate whether or not he plays. But if he's just gone, I don't fancy this, then that's where I'm with Pochettino, which is a rare case, yeah? But if it's because of Pulisic knows his body enough to know I'm close to getting injured here with my injury history, then, yeah, he can dictate whether he plays or not. Because he has to think about his career. But that's what I mean. Like, if there's no context, then I'm kind of leaning towards Pulisic, because I'd imagine that would be the reason for it.
But they're trying to they don't want to set that they don't want to set that where it stays at the football club, and any top player that comes to that emerge from the American national team will also go, I'm playing too many games, I'm the top player, I'm the Maradona here, I'm the world.
Yeah, but you also got to remember Pochettino's training and the injuries we had last season when we played Tottenham and we beat them at the game at Stamford Bridge in the second half of the season. We had like 14 injuries. Yeah, I wonder where that came from. I wonder.
All right, people. We Scala. I think Scala is done right now. We Steven also got some few things to do. I'll catch Steven for about 2 minutes after the stream ends. So, guys, thank you very much. My name is Nate Zion Kim. So big up to you and you. I think you just 2 of you today in the chat. Sian, I lost him. I think I was going to talk to him earlier on, but I think that he got something else to do, so we lost him too. But thank you very much, Akim, so for joining us on the show today. That's you're showing a true moderator for this platform. Thank you very much, King. So thanks, Scala. Thank you very much. We'll see you some other time. Stephen G, I always say Leo Desperandos, brother.
Hang on to hope.
All right, guys, I will see you again same time. Maybe I'm not so sure if I'll do the second stream. It depends on how things go. But if I have that energy, guys, sure, why not? I'll put it in. Love you guys. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.
You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout.